Square Knights, which Zink did win that one 2-0, taking care of business there. Now they're moving on against a tough opponent, definitely in Fresh. Looking forward to a good 2-game series here. So good to be back here. Obviously, during the break there as well, we also had HoNtour join us, and one of the game designers, and heavily involved in a lot of these item changes coming up in the new patch, and spoiling yet another change, the Jade Spire. So for those that missed it, there's already a forum post and a Reddit post about it. You can definitely check it out for yourself and see what you think. See what you think. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing these items and their impact moving forward. But for now, nothing like that in the game just yet. We got our good hunt here. So I am joined by Near once again as my co-caster. Welcome back, Near. Enjoy your break there?
Yep, I did. So that was good. I was thinking about that item a bit more too, but we can maybe talk about that in the pause.
All right.
In an individual pause.
Yeah, we'll
draft coming here.
Okay, yeah. There's a good amount to talk about here already, so let's get into that. We have the initial bans of Behemoth, Tremble, Lord Self-Force, and Wild Soul. Interesting stuff there. The Lord Self-Force being respected here. Midas coming out with the first pick in a Parasite, Glacius into Aluna, and now we see the Magnus coming out here. So, what is your take on the draft so far here, Near?
Yeah, pretty strong drafts on both sides, honestly. It's see this time they, when they pick the Midas, they have a line stand first here, they in Magnus, so it's looking good for them. And Glacius also a strong here. That's been seeing a lot more attention, especially when you're against the Parasite. It's pretty good to pick up, or even if you're against the Helper here, it's a pretty good hero against that. Those two heroes with the Ice Imprisonment against the creeps.
Mm-hmm. Second tier bands now coming up here. Puppet Master, Prisoner, Malakin. Seems like teams have a fairly good idea of where they want to go. No extra time used yet by Zlapped, in fact. So
I can understand his band here. They did run a lot of Malakin and Puppet. They went off lane with the Puppet with support for him, of course, and then Probusk went to safe lane Malakin. And, they had some successful games there with that combination of heroes. Mm-hmm. Taking them out here.
Yeah, not going to give that up. The right click on the Arachna. Arachna really has been kind of making more and more appearances on the scene now with her changes that she got recently. So that's one I wouldn't be surprised to see here if they do go it. But we'll see if that is an option or not. Deadlift ban from Probusk. Always good to take that hero out.
For sure. I'm not sure that they will go for it. Are they thinking about laning in mid, I guess, against Pebbles or something? And then, you press W, but then you kind of need support. I mean, if you're against the Pebbles, it's pretty good to have double ranged against him, because then he has a hard time last hitting. But the problem is that you're vulnerable to getting hit by the stalagmites. So, yeah, that's the kind of trade-off, They have the kill potential, but you have the better hand in farming. So,
yeah.
If you do that.
Overall, pretty carry-heavy bands here. You see Silhouette and then the Dark Lady final band. So both teams still need their carry, essentially, so it makes sense there. Ooh, Mage Band is there. Zink may think about that one here. There you go.
Wouldn't be surprised since they had such a good game last time, with the Mage Band just farming away, and the team trying to buy enough time for him to get to the point where he is comfortable taking over the game. They go for it again, even though there's not some a Doctor Repulsor or Uki on the other side. They're just comfortable in the hero, it seems. Yeah. And Warbeast made it all the way through here. It's a really strong hero, so that looks like an offlane Warbeast here, because they have the Parasite already, or a safe lane or mid in case they want to do something extraordinary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess that isn't out of the question either, but would definitely be different here. So. And I don't know, Warbeast doesn't seem like a Probusk hero to me when he'd be playing, so.
And honestly, I don't think you want to lane Warbeast against Magnus or against Midas. I think the hero has troubles with that, so I think you're fine just sacking it down bottom, nerfing some farm from Mage Bane, and then, trading some of your own for it. I think that might be the best way to go about it. And then, they last pick a carry for Probusk, whatever they feel most comfortable with, that can out-carry the 5 heroes from Legion here. And then they have a huge initiation in Pebbles. He will have to have a good game for them in order for them to, take up objectives in this game and buy time. Because Warbeast and whatever they possibly pick, I don't think those two heroes are gonna do a whole lot. We'll have to see what they pick here. This last pick.
Oh, there we go. Tempest for Sync, so finishing off just overall really strong. A lot of team fight, a lot of synergy there on the Legion side. They got their hard carry and Mageman, of course, in the hands of Haxron eventually, I'm sure. So, yeah, it really just seems like a overall good lineup for Sync Esports.
No, with the Tempest pick, it's probably going to be a bit more passive, at least the lineup. It's not like the games before, with the tri-lane. They're going to farm in Magebane. They're going to, farm in Tempest, get some items, Afterlave, maybe Portal Key, whatever he desires. Farm Blinks onto Magnus and Midas, and then, try and take kills into objectives from there. So it's going to be a little more slow-paced game here, I would predict. Also, we see the Warbeast and the Parasite on Hellborn. So it's not as aggressive lineups coming out in this series so far.
Yeah. Yeah, they're thinking about that final pick. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, Proboss Warbeast. It's kind of the same as Wild Soul, I think, because you can short lane it and you can still get something, and if they man up on you, you can still go to the jungle and do fine. I will say that I still think that Warbeast is not the greatest against the Midas. It's gonna be Midas. Wait, oh, it's gonna be Magnus then. Okay, then I think he's gonna be all right, I guess. Except the Volcanic Touch can do some damage to him. But it really depends if they put a Luna up there to begin with or not. What I think they will do is dual mid and focus on the Pebbles. That's what, I would do with our team.
Yeah, prioritizing Pebbles, usually a good thing to do, but yeah, that final pick Grinix, really a little bit different there. Now, again, if this was any other team picking up Grinix, it would be a lot more of a shock factor, but different guy does have that history doing it and doing it well, you gotta say. So,
yes, I have been a victim of that. So he's doing well on this hero, and it's a problem. He can do stuff to your team and be a nuisance in the jungle, in the lane, and in that way create space for maybe even force rotation from Magnus or Midas to come down there, and in that way he's already done his job kind of in the lane at least. So. It frees some space for the Warbeast, for the Parasite, for the Pebbles. He's gonna, I think, have a good impact here.
Why do you think he does? Like, how does he do so well? Is it just because of that the burst damage that he can kind of just put out on you? That's almost like surprising, or
I think it's because usually he lanes against weak carries. At least against us. I mean, this time it's Magebane that he doesn't really do too well against him. Like he doesn't really. He can blink on him, auto-attack him twice. It's not lethal at all. So, and Glacius can, box him a little bit, but it's not doing too much. It's not an Aluna or something that can just auto-attack him down, kind of. So, Glacius is all right. Don't get me wrong, but they don't have a kill lane at all down bottom, and that's where he will get his levels. He can roam around. He can maybe find a kill. If he puts a ward in the jungle, maybe Zlapped is gonna be a bit low. Sometimes he has a history of going Chalice into an Astrolabe. Maybe he's going to do that here, and then he will be maybe at 50-40% HP at one point throughout his jungling phase here. And that's where, Grinix could maybe rotate over. He has the ward on him. It's going to be interesting to see where he can put it down.
Yeah, where and if he can put it down right here. He's hiding currently, but not going to be easy. You see Glacius nearby, although falling back. So there you go. Gets actually the ward of sight down, just simply for vision purposes. Not necessarily looking to block anything right here, and now we'll go into the lane. So, again, we'll see how he is able to do throughout. Parasite is going to be aggressive, it looks like. He's already in the Legion jungle. Going to go to the left camp over there, so interesting decision on their part, too. To send Parasite middle, or more so Legion jungle, and possibly to gank middle. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Seeing here.
Wait, where is he now? Oh yeah, he's down there. Alright, yeah, that Skeleton King could maybe be the Bloodlust here. Of course, there's a huge wave, so the timing is not that great. But Sarah's done a good job of getting lane control early, and now there's this monster wave that's gonna nerf the farm of Pebbles, because they don't, he's not gonna be able to see us all of them.
Yeah, Tempest coming on over. I don't think Tempest even knows just yet. They're gonna find out shortly here. Oh, there you go. You see he's trying to maybe set something up, but now Tempest definitely seeing him, so not going to be able to be had here by Denver Pro setting up a Bloodlust kill. Instead, we'll walk elsewhere, and so it continues to be a nuisance here for the Tempest in that jungle.
Unfortunate for them that, the lane wasn't where they wanted it to be, from the get-go. I think they could have gotten a Bloodlust with a bit more better lane control there, and maybe a level onto Pebbles too, so... But not happening. Well played from Masera here. He's doing a good job in the mid lane so far.
You see Parasite again, another rune. He actually picks up the Invis rune here. The creep, I meant to say. Picks up the Invis rune on top of that. Now he's headed back into the Legion jungle, so I don't know if he's going to be really setting anything up big with this, but he's kind of scouting out. Maybe going to try to steal the Skeleton King? No, he wouldn't do that. A little risky there with all the elementals, so let's see what he waits for here.
Good triple stack from Sereni. That's going to give him level 4, so that's huge for him. Good start for him too. Parasite's not going to be able to do much here, so he's kind of just wasting time, sort of. That's unfortunate for him. He can't really take away creep and run out here because Glaciers can freeze it. So he's just kind of wasting his time a bit. It's unfortunate. Renix is coming over.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is now Glaciers in a lot of trouble. And look at that. A couple auto attacks later. He does freeze Parasite, but it will be a bloodlust kill in favor of Grinnick. So, gotta say, I mean, it's a really good patience there from Denver Pro. I know you're talking about, he's wasting some time.
Wasting time.
Clearly,
who am I to say that? Yeah.
Clearly there was an end goal.
Yep. It's huge for him. That's nice played. I mean, that's huge. Level 4 Grinnick now, and he can send himself a bottle if he wants to. And, this pull camp is kind of low. He could maybe, steal a couple of those, and then he's, right back in the XP range of where he would normally be.
Magebane, he is doing very well down here, as you would expect. Essentially having free farm, 22-5 currently. 340 gold per minute, but is having to do with this Grinnick, who's level 4 now, and obviously the Bloodlust skill that he got, and leveling pretty well. Middle lane, Midas, again playing a little more defensive, because seeing Parasite coming on over, and now Parasite actually not in the best spot here. There is no big creep over here, and actually is going to be chased down by Midas. Gonna go for that transmute. Yes, he connects. What a play from Macera right there. He guessed correctly with the Elemental Warper. More so just happened to know where he was in there and ends up getting the transmute, eventually the kill. So very well played on his part.
If you go for kills and you're level 4 Midas like that and you have that skill build, I mean, it's very risky because the Q is harder to hit than, Elemental Warping on top of a guy and then Lion's Pride, because that's kind of instantly. But hitting the Q is way harder because it's not an AoE around you from where you point it. You have to, it hits not on top of you, so it hits in front of you compared to the other one. So it's way harder to hit. And he does it here, so well played from him.
Speaking of Midas here, you see right there, he's able to take a combo, actually, coming out from Pebbles and Aluna. So, gonna be fine.
But the lane we haven't really talked about yet is the top lane. And Magnus is really dominating here.
Wow.
It's, I swear. It's not a wild soul, so this is a War Beast he's playing, and Magnus does well because of the Volcanic Touch. He's had a good start, and from this point on, I think it's just going to snowball a bit for him. He's doing very well, and if no one comes up here to kill him, he's going to have a really good game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a little surprised to see him top in the GPM charts, actually, in this game, but he's doing that. 307, doing 85 gold per minute all of a sudden. That's no kills, no assists. That's just raw farm that he's getting here at this top lane. Bottom lane, Grinnick, he's on the run. He's going to throw the Shadow Step out, but there's the freeze. He does pop at the Rift Stock. It's not going to matter, though. He has dusted the Elemental Void just to be sure for the kill. So that's how much they respect it.
Oh, they had the dust. Okay, yeah. Well, better safe than sorry. They had to get that kill, so good from them. It's huge. They needed that.
Yeah, important that was. Again, he's obviously had the Bloodlust kill to start here, and wasn't like snowballing by any means, but a strong start for his Suicide and making sure to get that kill. And now Magebane has once again more opening. Tempest getting credit for at least the assist right there, helps his GPM. Mentioned the Blood Chalice, he actually does end up getting that, and the Astrolabe sure enough is coming, but I don't know if Grinnick is going to be able to take advantage of him being maybe a little lower in the jungle right now. So yeah, things looking pretty good for Sync here to start with that set. He mentioned Pro Busk here at the top lane, and I don't know what's more surprised than the fact that Magnus is doing so well, or Warbeast. I guess he's not struggling. I mean, 290 is not horrible this early on, but just simply getting outlast-hitted by the Magnus, as you mentioned with the Volcanic Touch. It is difficult for him here, but yeah, Warbeast, again, Warbeast is kind of an interesting hero to see in the hands of Pro Bus as far as like that carry presence. I know he can be a carry, but I don't know. It's just not your, you're used to it being kind of like maybe a slower start because of the Suicide, or he's kind of doing his own thing in the jungle. You're not really used to prioritizing your carry farm on this hero.
No, that's true. But I think it's kind of Zipper's gonna make a rotation here. I think that might be a kill onto the Grenix. But yeah, it isn't really. He started on Wild Soul too, and I mean that hero can get the same farm from the jungle compared to the lane. I think it's just they had an idea that this is gonna work the same way. Unfortunately for them, the Magnus is just really good against the War Beast here, or has been this game. So it's not working out the way they wanted it to, that's for sure. But they still are in a decent spot, and he is gonna get the farm, and I think he's gonna get to the 500 GPM as well in this game. It's just a matter of time.
Curious then to see what he does get with that, because again, that does go back also to the War Beast in general. We don't really see, very explosive games from him because of perhaps the role he usually is in instead. So we'll see what Probusk does manage to pick up here. Maybe more of the traditional, just gets things quicker. That Soul's Bulwark, the Shrunken Head, eventual Brutalizer. Wouldn't be surprised here to see coming out. Grenix is trying to set up something middle lane, it looks like, but don't think he's getting anything, at least for the time being. You see Midas busy going for some rune control. And actually, Glacius is going to be able to protect the bottom double damage rune, which Magebane will pick up right here. So, good good control from Sync Esports, as they usually tend to.
Yep. You have to be careful walking too much alone here, because that Grenix could be lurking around any corner here.
And there he is. Now he knows.
Yep.
At least for now.
Yep.
But yeah, that is interesting about, again, Grenix. Obviously, he's physical. All his damage versus passive, especially, it is physical damage. So that armor of Magebane from the blinking won't have any effect in that. So, yeah, he is pretty vulnerable.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to kill this Magebane, they need a rotation. And he has the Steam Boots and Strength. He's only farming on Strength, which he should. He should not try and put Agility on him just to secure last hit. He should have them anyways. So if Parasite rotates over, I'm not sure it's enough for a kill. They're gonna try here. It might be, but he has 900 HP.
Never underestimate Grenix, man. Here we go with Parasite. Is it enough? Yo, it's not. He blinks away in time to the Astrolabe. And now here comes a turn chance for Sync, or at least they want to make something happen. You see Tempest, he's running in with the Elemental Void, but good job by Parasite. Taking over the Hell Cannon and running away. So you were right. You weren't sure, and sure enough, they didn't. Now middle lane, Midas. He's actually helping to set up a turn on the Pebbles right here. He was gone on first. Now Magnus stuns it after porting in. Here comes Magebane as well. One more auto attack gets the kill. And that was all because Aluna and Pebbles were going for a kill onto Midas. And it's very likely going to be a second one on Aluna as well. There we go. You see Parasite in that Hell Cannon once again, but not much he could do there. So good pursuit there from Sync, and good response also.
Yeah. Seth's been doing a really good job mid, also baiting that, I think, because Glacius was behind him, and then, they communicate, guys TP mid when they go on me, TP mid, and then they're on point there, and they capitalize, so well played from them.
And now this is going to be a tower kill on top of that, so it's momentum like that really sets the tone early on. 4,500 goal lead, 4,000 experiencing right now for Sync Esports, and the biggest thing of it, of course, is that Magebane, a sustainer finished, and did he get one rune or one broadsword? Maybe he still needs both of them, but still, he's well on his way to the rune cleavers. The point. How about Midas here? The top lane.
I'm pretty sure he bought at least one of them. But yeah, he's invis looking for the War Beast here.
Yeah. Are they going to dive this? They may dive this. Wouldn't be surprised. Look at Magnus actually just going to go tank the next creep wave instead. Maybe trying to bait out War Beast here. I think that's the plan, actually.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's actually going to TP out, though.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not having any of that. He knows something's up.
Yeah.
So he ports back. He'll be fine.
It's good heads up for him, at least. Maybe they saw him pick up the invis, or at least that he was running to the top room, because they have a void here offensively from Bunny Lover, at least showing, where Midas could have went up, and they have vision of the other room. So he's aware that something's up there. Until Midas shows, he's probably not going to go top again.
Yeah, that was definitely good heads up from Robusk. Yes, there we go. So, yeah, now he has a little more free reign, but it did mean the tower kill as well for the Legion team, so even more of a lead for them. And that's one of those cases of, sure, a kill didn't happen, but that's still a victory for Sync. They kept him from farming. They got the easy tower kill because of it. It's that control factor. That's what's really impactful there.
For sure.
We now approach 12 minutes into this game here. Yeah, you were right. He did have a broadsword, so the second one is actually just about here. And actually, speaking of the bottom lane, now this is interesting because Parasite's running in, but I don't think he knows Magnus is here as well. They're going to go on a Mage Bait. Magnus is tunned in already on a Grinix, though, and Grinix is going to go down. The Glacial Downpour assisting with that. You see Parasite. Yeah, that was kind of a last second in realizing, oh, crap, there's more here than I thought. And that turned.
Yeah. They had the Luna Power Throw this time, but he missed it, unfortunately, onto the Mage Bane. But it's Parasite actually didn't gain a level since the last time that they tried to do that. He just got level 8 now, but else I would have questioned why they tried to go for it again, because, I mean, they didn't work last time, so why should it work now?
Yeah.
But if the power threat hits, better chance for it, but I think he would have still left there. Unfortunately, that the sync was ready and it wasn't Mage Bane being all alone there.
Got to give credit to Probusk. You're right. He's managed to definitely start climbing up. But look at this, actually. He's just going right for the tower. Wow, he does just not care about this Magnus at all. And he was right. He just sat there, auto-attacking the tower, and eventually got it even. So, again, good mana by him. Figuring that would be the case. And here comes Pebbles, actually. In fact, they're going to get a kill onto Zibe. Tempest is here, but, man, they're just out of range of a stun even. So both of them get away on top of that. And pretty good sequence right there, actually, for Fresh coming out.
Good patience from Slask. I'm not sure if he was there from the beginning or he actually ran over and that was when he wanted to jump. Because else it was good patience, you know, seeing who points in, evaluate the situation again, and, you know, then goes for the kill and Magnus there.
So Probusk does have 417, 420 gold per minute now. I mean, again, so I was kind of bringing that up earlier a little bit, is because he's in this short lane, is this, should we just expect to see the similar items, you know, quicker, the Soul's Bulwark, the Shrunken, that's actually Tempest, by the way, is going to get caught here in the jungle. Grinix and Parasite by the Elemental Void. He's going to stop it for now. TPs are coming in. Will this be enough? Tempest, yes, he gets out of there. The mana rep comes out and down go Parasite and Grinix. What a play there from Zlapped to get it off just in time. And then the TP support on point. Beautiful teamwork overall by Sync to finish that up.
Oh man, that's so brutal for them. That's a nice play from Zlapped though. But I mean, it's one of those cases. If they killed Mage Bane earlier, just one of those times, they would have had the damage to kill Zlapped there. And it really sets the tone of the game that, you know, those didn't succeed. And the huge play from him gives 2 kills to Mage Bane on top of that too. And oh man, that's really strengthened in their favor.
And it also gets them the motivation to go top lane and gank us 4 on a War Beast right there, as we saw. That's he didn't stand a chance as soon as Magnus done it. I mean, look at the portal keys, obviously. Both Tempest and Magnus having them. Midas, he doesn't have it just yet. 1850, 1900 gold saved up, so just about there, too. But we're going to have 3 portal keys here, essentially, for Legion's side out of nowhere, it feels like. So, yeah.
And some offensive voids coming out from Serenia now. They can really start taking over the map and shutting them down. I mean, Probusk has a lot of GPM, but it's just that they have so much GPM or golden experience on the Legion side at this point that it's tough to deal with.
Got that replay up right here of the Tempest, and God, what was it, like 15 life he had, I think? Got the Elemental Void off, and there's the turn right there. Yeah, big play. Back to the live action. Bottom lane. Could definitely be a kill chance here for the Hellborn team. Mage Bane, he was in blink animation, actually, but they do catch him. But at what cost here? Magnus, Midas, they do their thing. Unfortunately, not enough follow-up. And both Pebbles and Grinix will survive, so good for them.
Very important pick off there. That's really good coordination there. Huge for them. That's what they need. I mean, that's a 2k swing from the 9k before, so they're climbing back here. And Probusk is pushing mid. They know there was 2 heroes bottom, and Serenia's top.
Oh!
Close.
That's always got to be so frustrating when somebody just TPs out in front of you like that. You're doing all this damage, and it's just like at the last slither of life.
No, it must be so frustrating playing Parasite like that. You've gone for so many kills, and they just get out barely. And it's, you know, not just once, it's been 3-4 times now. Hopefully they'll have more success or as the game goes on, but it's gotta be frustrating for him so far.
Now, I gotta point this out. I don't know if you had seen it as well, but War Beast, I could have sworn had a Neophyte's book. Because at the top lane, when they were jumping him, I'm pretty sure I saw the Neophyte's book on him. But now he has a Mighty Blade. So I don't know if that was a change of mind, if he sold it late, or if I just didn't see that right, but
I did not see it, so I'm not sure. But if he has one still in his stash, I would assume it's a puzzle box.
That's what I thought it was going to be. I was going to bring that up, but...
Maybe that's some miscommunication there from him. You know, not realizing Parasite's going for it, because there's the cooldown on it. You can't have 2 puzzle frees in like 20 minutes.
No, absolutely.
Magebane again.
Oh, Grinix, he is caught right here. We do see Magebane, you mentioned, did get jumped, but Tempest is there once again, and the wombo combo coming out. Grinix, he's now going to try to escape. He does have the power supply 10 charges. Nope, not going to be enough. As he eventually is chased down. Its sync is just so on point here as far as teamwork goes. I mean, the backup is just there every single time, it feels like.
Yeah. Fresh has the right idea of trying to kill Magebane again. That was really deep though, and you know, they walk into a 3 versus 5 situation and get punished for it. So
yeah.
Nice response from Sync, and a little too deep from Fresh here. They might be a little desperate also. You know, they know that they're behind at this point. That this Magebane is gonna get out of control. Mid lane.
Speaking of it, he jumps in right here, assists with Magnus Eruption. Not enough for the kill though. Nice stun from Aluna. Kind of stalls some auto attacks. Couldn't get the Magebane. They want Magnus, though, at least. Will they even get that? I don't know if they will. In comes the Transmute. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So, enough chase in the end right there to actually catch up to him, but it was not an easy task. You do see Midas is still making the escape, and eventually does get out of there. Although Grinix, he wants to chase. He has Pebbles, obviously, in backup here, but now Grinix is the one in trouble. Goes back in, but is this going to work? The combo from Pebbles. Magebane is here. Has a mana for 19 seconds, so not up just yet. They do lose Grinix. Pebbles, though, he's still hanging around. Full life, got a good chunk of mana. Is he going to go back in? Needs the spot first. Oh, he's going to be jumped himself, actually. Transmute coming out. Very risky play from Acera right here. Kind of going in, and yeah, that might backfire. There's the combo. Down goes Midas. Magebane now in trouble, but Tempest is here with Glacius. No, it's not a backfire. It is a turn on to Pebbles right there. And now Warbeast is in pursuit. It's just not going to end, apparently. And they will chase down the Glacius. So Fresh does kind of come out on top, maybe not really. I don't even know.
They're still in trouble because Magnus can catch 1 or 2 here. Unless the TP. Oh.
Nope. He is seen. And that should be a dead Aluna. There we go. By the way, what the hell is Magnus doing? Is he actually... I don't know if I've ever... Honestly, I didn't even remember he had a staff effect. Like, had to check.
It gives plus 150 damage, an extra wave pulse, I think. That's it. So.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's
possibly the worst staff effect in the game.
Yeah, that sounds bad. That's it.
Maybe 2 pulses. I'm pretty sure it's not more than that.
It just said, well, there's actually down here still. Parasite is actually going to get frozen. This is all because they dove, actually, to kill the Magebane. I mean, that's a big kill, obviously. But they're going to both lose their lives in response. So that's where you argue, you know, probably not worth it in the end for the 2. But, well, they at least slow down Haxford a bit, who is now 525 gold per minute, even after that death right there.
Yeah, but it still looks like kind of a bit frustration plays, because they walk in kind of 2 by 2 or 3 in first, and then another one follows up a bit later, and you know, like they have the damage to kill and execute perfectly, but they're not doing it. Then a Luna Power Throw misses, and it's kind of back and forth. And Sync is like, okay, we can capitalize off of this, and kind of. I mean, the game is kind of stalemated. I think they have this lead, and they had it for quite a while here. I guess the experience lead has grown for 2K in the last 5 minutes, but it seems a little bit they're rushing into them, trying to come back into the game, but not as a team.
Well, you got Probus 460 gold per minute, so again, he has managed to find some pretty good farm still, and that Shrunken Head obviously picked up. He even used it right there as getting away as they were trying to kill him, as stealing the Ancients. As bottom lane, they kill Magebane again. So really, Fresh is, again, this is definitely...
Look, that was good, because here they are as a team, and Luna's farming mid, he can't really get there, but that was pretty good, because they had everyone ready, and Haxon got a bit too greedy there, because he blinked forward, and then 2 smokes from Fresh popped, and he just ulti him with Parasite and combo him with Pebbles. So a little greedy from Haxon, not really, understanding where the enemy team is and what they're doing at the moment.
And his farm has slowing down a bit.
Yep.
Actually, Warbeast is basically up there with him now, and this is a Warbeast. You know, it's not like he doesn't have really a heavy farming tool. You know, he doesn't have the Cleaver, the Thunderclaw, or something like that. He does farm pretty well with his Hellhounds, of course, and whatnot. But all right, so I mean, again, this is what Fresh was doing, but the response was just so strong from Sync. But now they're actually it's working. It's actually breaking through here.
Yeah, it's because Sync is in the mindset of, if we keep farming now, we will win the game. And they're kind of trying to spread out on the map, farm. But at the same time, Fresh is in the mindset of, if we just farm, we will lose this game. So they're trying to make the aggression happen, which is definitely the right idea. And that has been working now here in the last couple minutes. Mm-hmm. It's looking good. And now Sync is kind of sitting the Mage Bane here and, waiting for the next jump from Fresh.
See Mage Bane up here at the top lane is now going to go towards the Ancients. Doesn't want to wait around too long, obviously, because I'm sure by now they're very aware that this is still a hell of a game, actually. They can't risk hanging around and just waiting for things to happen. They got to definitely be a little bit more aggressive with that. And, I actually want to clarify as well. I was checking the stream just in case of being the delay and everything, but Warbeast did have a Neophytes book. He 100% did. So... and he had it longer than, would have been just selling it right away. So I don't know if he still has it in his inventory or if he actually just sold it. He very likely may have, just later on.
I think he must have, yeah. He has to, because having it, I think he must have, yeah. It's the only thing that makes sense at that point in time. If 500 gold is a lot, even though you might have misclicked it or whatever, 500 gold for some, your next item at this point in the game it's a lot of gold, so.
I think your point of he just maybe forgot that they had a parasite or the communication wasn't there. I mean, that's very, very possible. So it's, oh, well, what's done is done kind of deal. I mean, he's still managed to obviously farm very well and has a Shrunken, a Brutalizer, maybe possibly in the works now coming out for him. Pebbles?
Serenia has a Bound Eye now. It's a good pickup here for them. They're ahead, but he just missed the Word of Sight over here, and they did see him walk past with the eye. So I think they're looking for him.
They're going to find Mage Bane right here. Splits up with the Geometer's Bane, though. Great item to have in this case now. See Parasite trying to run the Mana Rift, just kills Grinix, though, and down goes Mage Bane, however. Pebbles eventually got the Elemental Void. No, he's not going to use it, actually. They will kill Parasite without that, as now Aluna comes in with the stun, trying to help Pebbles get out of here, as Tempest going to go for the Void. Will he find it necessary? Oh, he's not even going to get the chance. Portal key from Pebbles. Maybe he will, actually. There we go. Pulls him in as Warbeast is like, well, okay, now I go. He's going to go in now. Had to wait it out. Pebbles is going to barely survive, and now he goes for Tempest as Warbeast. Down goes Tempest. Pebbles will live through it all. So the greed of Zlapped, he really wanted that kill. Unfortunately, the follow-up just wasn't really there. And now Zibbe is having trouble getting out of here. It looks like he is going to be fine. But more turn kills for the Hellborn team, and definitely coming out on top. I mean, a Tempest and a Mage Bane for the two they lost there.
Yeah, I think it's the highest firing heroes on the Legion side, so yep, that's pretty good. And they're gonna try and get the Conqueror as well. And the Tempest ultimate was just used, and he's going to blink a Shrunken Head build here. So if you can take a fight where he doesn't have that, I mean that's the whole sole purpose of the hero in this game when he goes for that build.
So I was double checking the Staff of the Master on Magnus as well on the tooltip. It actually, the one other thing it does do, so you're right, it's only one extra pulse. It's a little bit more radius too, so there is that. And then it also does decrease the cooldown from 120 to 100. So, or it'll decrease it by 20 seconds, I'm pretty sure is what it will do. At the third level, so.
And I would say, as more pulses come, they get larger AoE, so it's kind of guaranteed damage to almost the entire team, like at least where you are fighting. So in that sense, it might be 500 damage potentially. So it's a little bit to it, but
yeah,
I still think if they're starting to struggle now, he's gonna regret that pickup here.
As usual in a case like this, you have to just think he's spending 4,200 gold on this item. Is that really worth it compared to what else he could be getting? Speaking of this, though, Chase is on Mammoth, though he's lining up an eruption. He gets it on the couple right here. Down goes Grinix. Gets the one kill at least, but here comes a Shrunken Head of Warbeast now. He's looking for a target, not having the easiest of times. Pebbles He comes over the combo. I think he might have got an illusion there, actually, as down goes Aluna. Magebane's still well alive throughout all this. Warbeast in the background. He's having some trouble, actually. They're kiting him pretty well. And now he's going to be locked down, actually. No more Shrunken Head on him. And he did kill Glacius, but it's going to come at a cost. He goes down. Token going to bring him back up. But Pebbles goes down. So all of a sudden it's by himself. Can Probust do this? I don't think so. No Shrunken Head. It's not going to work. He goes down a 4-for-1, or 4 versus 1 in that case. They all stay alive. And it's a genocide for Sync Esports, actually. So cleanup here at the top side in their favor.
Yep, they have a good ward here from Serenia, seeing almost anything in this area. So it's a good place to take a fight. And Sipper channeled out that eruption and got it onto 2. They almost took out right away. Parasite did just barely escape, but good fight from them. It was very chaotic, though. And, I think Probus was chasing Glaciers throughout that fight, so if that happens, then you're probably not going to win unless you kill him really quickly. And, it wasn't the case there.
Yeah.
No, the whole point was trying to, they had the Tempest pick off initially, but then he just blinked out, and then, Sipper came in and, killed a couple or stunned a couple when they chased the Tempest. Mm-hmm. So unfortunate for them in that regard there.
I saw that too with the Warbeast. Yeah, he really was trying to really focus that Glacius, which he eventually got, but it took a lot longer. And it is weird, especially a Shrunken Head. You figure a Shrunken Head of Warbeast would be able to just go on anyone he wants, pending blink abilities and whatnot. But he was having trouble there in the midst of that fight, and I don't know if that's on him or if that's just on the team, not really giving him the lockdown that he's relying on here. But whatever it is, that needs to be fixed definitely for the future fights here.
Yeah. For sure. It was a very chaotic fight. I think it was hard for them to communicate targets, who they want to go for, and of course they didn't have vision of everyone. It was Legion side that had the vision there. It's the upper hand.
What did I just see? Oh yeah, Shrunken Head on Tempest. So what does that mean? We got the Facehug on Parasite, so that would be it. That they have to stop it here, so only the one way now.
He did pick up a Steam Staff, but I think he might have to buy a portal key. I hope he's not going Shroud, but I think it's gonna be a Hellflower. That's his mindset. But when Tempest has Blink Shrunken Head, you probably have to get the Blink yourself just to cancel that and make sure.
Yeah. No, that's being the only one. Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in getting that portal key just to have that as the pure counter here. I still can't believe we have a Staff of the Master match. That kind of just came out of nowhere, it feels like. It's just like, wait, what? That's just never seen. Well, he might get a chance to use it right here, actually. He's channeling up the Eruption, a big fight breaking out. In comes the Slime for Pebbles. There's the Eruption, only really hitting Pebbles, doing a bit of damage, and it's enough to help secure the kill in the end. Meanwhile, Grinix, he's on the run. I don't know if he's getting out of here, though, or maybe he is actually. Not dusted or anything. He's going to hide in the trees back here and actually will survive, so... good job for different guy, but again, still a similar result of Sync being on top here. 2-for-1 exchange, and Magebane farming more here at the bottom. Shrunken Head is being delivered, I think.
I think the reason why I'm pointing out these "you're going for Glaciers" kind of thing is because I'm playing a bit support myself, and it's like, yo, if you guys are focusing everything on me, how are you going to win the game, kind of thing. And it happened again there. Glaciers dies, and they lose almost 3. They lose 2. So it's you're winning the game by dying there and just buying enough time for your team to clean up.
It's one of those interesting spots to be in as a support, I'm sure. It's like, Party is like a little frustrated. It's like, come on, stop killing me.
Like,
but
please, come on.
It's
but
like,
at the same time, you're like, oh, I'm winning.
You know what? We're winning. So, if you want to do that, fine. Just do it. That's what it means. We're going to see a bottom push here. It looks like we are. Grinix is in the flank. Now, he's not necessarily like a huge channel up ultimate hero, so not a huge deal here. He's just more so hiding, make sure he doesn't die, I think. But they easily get the tower kill. And will they actually scout him out? I mean, Magebane, oh my gosh. I love that. He just checks it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Just in case. What caused him to do that? He must have seen him go in there earlier or something, but...
Yeah. Maybe he has just been sneaky throughout the game, and he's been hiding there before, and then like, all right, I'm gonna check this time, see if he's there, kind of deal. It's been interesting to see that Haxon hasn't leveled up the Master of the Mantra here.
I feel like, I don't know if this was him that did this recently, but I feel like this is almost like a trend where Magebanes aren't doing this.
Yeah. I mean, it deals damage to use a lot of mana, right? Kinda.
Yeah.
So And you don't really have those on the Hellborn side. There's a couple Strength Heroes, you know, there's the Luna, but yeah, I mean, you're two-shotting her anyway, so 3 or 4, so you don't really care about dealing, you know, 50 damage for her using Power Throw. And, you know, valuing the extra stats, you know, a little more survivability, I guess. But I think it's different if you're against, you know, something like a Thunderbringer or Bombardier, those intelligence, rich tag kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure he would have leveled it up.
That's fair.
At least I hope so.
No, that is fair. Yeah, I've seen the matchups here. I mean, I'm thinking like Grinix to maybe use a fair amount, but yeah, with it only being 80%, you figure, you know, how much the abilities cost, like 130, 50 mana. Obviously, that's going to be minimal damage, and it's magic damage for that matter too. So, cases, you know, that's going to be mitigated whether it's Mystic Vestments or a Shrunken Head even. So, yeah, and just it makes sense. It's kind of like the counterattack argument with Swiftblade, you know, for such a popular carry. Or a hero that we see that all the time, where they just go stats over it even. So, well, here we go with the push though into the top lane. Gonna apply some pressure at least to the tower. We see Fresh though ready for some kind of defense here. Parasite, he's got the Veiled Rod again. He doesn't have a portal key or anything like that just yet. Still with that Steam Staff actually. Interested to see what that does make, but.
It's gonna be hard for them to find kills. I think the only one they can really catch is the Magnus because he doesn't have that survivability item. But there's a Void Talisman and Storm Spirit on Midas. There's a Void on Glacius. So he's like, yo, can't focus me. I'll not care this time.
Yeah.
Tempest has a Shrunken Head, of course. So it's gonna be really hard for them to lock them down for a Pro Boss to hit them down.
Magnus trying to bait some kind of initiation out right there, but they don't fall for it. So in the end, they'll kind of clear out some creep camps around. And do they have any lifesteal here on this Legion team? They don't actually. No Abyssal Skull, no Whispering Helmet, anything like that. So he actually went the full Frostchief Skull. I don't know if we really mentioned that, but yeah, he's tanked up quite a bit now.
Yep.
That's an interesting item to get against a Warbeast, I feel like, because obviously you're not going to be able to slow him down when he's hasted in that ulti form. So. But it will help.
His mindset is to just survive the initial bursts. If, like, in case he gets bursted from Pebbles into Parasite, into Luna and Grinix, then, you know, he's probably gonna live through it. Because he has the Geos for Silence anyways.
Midas pushing out bottom, or middle lane even, but it's because he has a post-haste, though. If a fight does break out, he's obviously going to be able to join Pebbles. Oh, the timing right there of Magnus. Wow, I don't know if that was reaction or not, but whatever it was, that was insane right there. Here we go, though. More fight breaking out. Kind of a split fight here. Grinix is going to be caught. He tried to make a play. He goes down. And in the background, again, look at Warbeast. He's going for the Elemental Void Tempest. He gets it off, though. And Parasite's nowhere close. He finally gets in there. But by the time he does, his teammate's dead. It was so late. And now Hellborn Team and Fresh, they're just trying to scatter and run away right here. Warbeast did buy back, by the way. He doesn't have a Shrunken, though. He does not have Ultimate, and they're just going to concede. I was going to say, I mean, that buyback's not going to do a whole lot, unfortunately. And they kind of realized that there at the later part of it. So big fights for Sync, and very deserving victory for them as a result.
Yeah, well placed, and they had some huge responses throughout the game, you know, to the aggression that Fresh had. So. Also, well deserved from them, well played. And, yeah.
Haxorn on the Mage Bane once again, doing pretty impressive there. And it was interesting kind of seeing the pace of that game, how it did start to shift a little bit for Fresh there. And kind of was going to be interesting to see how it continued to work. But I got to say, it worked out just well. And you're going to have still I don't know if the staff of the Master Magnus, it's really interesting. It's like you pointed out, you could argue that's one of the least just impactful staff effects.
Yeah.